So basically what happened was like when I was in like the second or third grade, we had this orchestra director from elementary school that came in and she's like, okay, wait, I'm just gonna play a bunch of instruments for you guys and one day you guys will be inspired. I I wasn't really like interested. I just knew like music was cool, I guess. I listened to a lot of classical music and like as a kid, it was like the only radio station I had, so I played every night. So she played all the instruments and I heard a big boom, boy, and it was the concert bass. It was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I never played any small instrument after that. I had like the smallest are like the cymbals are like the smallest instruments I've ever played. But anyway, yeah. So I picked percussion and I did concert percussion. I signed up for lessons that year, during the school year, and my mom was like, okay, well, as long as you don't waste my money, so we did that. Flash forward to actually signing for water polo, which was around third or fourth grade, I would say around the same time. I used to see their band on the fields, and I was like, oh wow, they have marching percussion and all that. So these like kids like band down, drum corps. I was like, okay, well, I guess they're doing drum corps out there. I don't know. I didn't know what it was. And they all walked to the bathroom together in a line. It was so fun. I was like, I've never seen kids this devoted to and have like such a passion for what they did. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna try it out. So I don't know. I think the nicest part was actually having like pit right above us. They had like one level. And they just play scales over and over again. They could play like 80 measures of the same scale. And I was just like in awe because you could hear it in the water, you could feel it in the water. So it was just nice to be like immersed in music. And then seventh grade of middle school, we had been put. I saw this like little drum corps international on my Instagram feed, and that was cool. I was like, oh my gosh, I should go see this. I see like Hoover practicing and all that. So I went to go see them that year, not where like cymbals actually were a thing because I didn't see him on the Hoover field. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll try out bass for my middle school drum line. And I tried it with the sticks on chairs and all that. We did the whole audition. I was like, I'm definitely not a snare player because I'm just not like, I was never that person to be like, yep, I can play a whole solo. That's how auditions went. It was like if snare players could play a solo, but you put the cymbals like all together because they were two nervous. And so yeah, we did that. I don't know. I tried bass and I was like, oh, that's cool. It's not really clicking. So we went to the like high school, middle school football game where they had the middle schoolers bring your own instruments and you all play with them. And some kid to me, like as I was putting my instrument away for the last night, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna try it for bass. He turned to me and he's like, try it out for cymbals. Like you won't regret it. And I was just like, what kid, what child plays the cymbals? Like they're for monkeys. They're for toys. The kids in Toy Story. Like that is what I thought of like cymbals. And I was like, that's kind of stupid. I mean, little be known, like my drumline instructor, he's like, okay, well, you can choose between bass or cymbals. Some other kid wanted, I gave it to him, and I was like, okay, I'll try cymbals, I guess. It looks as fun as they could possibly say it would be. Like I really cared. I didn't. You should see my mom's face. She was pretty disappointed. But yeah, I ended up playing cymbals, and in high school we had this like big audition. Cymbals was like an instrument that everyone actually wanted to march, so they actually had auditions for it, and somehow I made it on a four-man line, like 8 people auditioned. It was yeah, it was like Meraki, my first year audition, but yeah, it was pretty scary. I think the text really helped like ease me into like the whole marching community and stuff because they were doing like Pulse Pal, Vanguard, and all that at the time. So it was nice. It was nice to have them like push for us to go to auditions, even though we were like really unqualified. Like honestly, it was me going to the clinic. They're like, "Whoa, you're way too young." And you're just like, "Okay, well, yeah." Then I was just told to go for fun. But yeah, it was really an experience like auditioning at places. And then when I finally graduated, I was like, I'm not marching anywhere. And I wanted to do band. I was a little bit burnt out. But I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So I tried out for Pulse Pal, and then people kept talking about Meraki, and I was like, oh wow, yeah. That was after like I seen the Kitsugi show for Gold. I don't know why that like brought me back into the thought of needing to march because I went to go watch my old high school, and then I see Gold, and I was like, wow, this is actually like the first group that's good. this is kind of, I'm gonna do this again. So yeah, full spell audition, went to Milwaukee, and then I haven't stopped since.